Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in day 3 of the 5-star air support raid tournament with all colors. I'm going to feature my 5 raid flags with commentary. Today's featured hero is going to be my girl, Hathor. We are going to be using the costume version, the cleric version. She's fast mana speed. All allies regenerate 640 boosted health over 4 turns. Boosted health can exceed max HP. All allies are immune to new status ailments for 4 turns. That is one of the most important parts of her special. And then also her passive, where she has a 100% chance to give this effect. She will boost health of all allies by 10%, and all allies gain a small amount of mana. It's about 10% or so. And then she's got the defense up ether power. Some people like the regular base version, the sorcerer, where she gives that insta boosted health of 480. The instant boosted health is nice, but it's really not a lot. And I like the cleric class version because of that mana shield. She'll have a 35% chance to resist negative mana effects and effects that prevent the use of special skills. I've only got her at 19 emblems right now. Actually, I may be able to increase that now since I've gotten her a little bit more leveled up, and I can get her to 20. I don't have enough emblems to get her any of the masterclass emblems. I've got 3 golden tokens, but I'm reserving them for somebody else, so gonna hold off on using them on Hathor. Although, what is her defense stat right now? 1568? Maybe I will use 2 of those golden emblems actually on her right now for the defense to get up. That's gonna put her up 120 defense points. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and use 2 of these right here. So now she's got 1688 shield on my version at 22 emblems. All right, let's go have some fun. The first battle we're going to be going up against is a Ciara tank team. So I usually like to play 3-2 when I can. So I'm going to bring in 1 other red, even though red is weak against blue, and then we'll probably bring in either 3 greens or another color. All right, so I just added Bramble, Peregrine, and also Fafnir. I've only got Fafnir at level 85 right now. I'm waiting on a couple Alpha Ethers to get him up to 90, but he's still been very strong for me so far. So we're going to go into battle with this team right here, and I've also got Seras as well. Not a great board to start here. All right, let's see what we can do. Gonna start off with these 3 purples up against Ciara. Let's match these 5 blues so that I can do some tile dumping with that blue diamond, which I'm gonna hold off on right now. Let's match these 3. Actually, you know what? Let's hit that blue diamond because it's gonna set a cascade of at least the greens over on the right. All right, we are getting some more greens. Very nice. And a green diamond that we can actually match. And that green diamond's also going to give me a cascade of reds, so let's definitely match that. And then I've got a set of 4 reds on the left I'm going to be able to match. And we got some more greens as a cascade. I was going to say, don't set off Ciara again, and she was just about to die. Man. All right, let's use Bramble and Peregrine. We're going to hit the 3 enemies on the left. They're going to be a little bit easier to kill, I think. We're going to use Fafnir first because of that extra damage that he gives. And the Arctic Core was at 100%, so that should be a nice amount of damage that the enemies get from that Arctic Core. Now, let's match these 4 reds on the left up against Flamehide. That might set him off. And then I've matched 8 reds right now at this point because I matched 2 sets of 4. And then using Hathor should give me Seras, I believe. And it did. Awesome. Okay. We're going to hit Alyssa with Seras. That should hit others as well. Okay, hit Flamehide and killed him, and Seras is dead as well. Now, let's move that red dragon down 1 to match those 3 tiles, and then hit the green diamond, which should kill Ciara. Alright, let's use our red dragon I think I probably forgot to use that already. Maybe. I don't know. Let's not use Bramble, because I've got the instant mana I'm going to gain in a little bit, and I've already got mostly full health. Let's use Peregrine first, and then... Or I should have used Fafnir first. That was stupid. Because of the extra damage. And then... Let's use... Hather. And then I'm going to hit this red dragon. That should give me Ceres as well. Medea's about to go off. So let's actually use Bramble in case if Medea hits Bramble. Now I'll take a chance. It's only a 20% chance it's going to hit Bramble. Don't hit Ceres though, please. Cool. Now let's use Ceres on Rosalind. Now we can use Bramble since the instant mana went away. Let's ghost these 3 red tiles on the left. And I'd like to not match tiles up against Rosalind, but I don't think I have a choice. Actually, we can match these. Oh, I can't match the blues. Purple's going to match too. Yeah, I don't have any options of not hitting her with tiles. Alright, well, let's match these blues and purples here. Let's use our red dragon. I'm going to use Ceres on Rosalind. Matt goes these 3 red tiles here. Nice cascade of greens. And this should kill Rosalind. Perfect. And hopefully Medea does not continue to revive, and she's going to win 2 again. And she's dead now. Okay, cool. We are 1 for 1 to start today. Next up, we are going to go up against a Costume Head of Fairies tank team. They've also got Astrid, Domiventus, Glass Marjana, and Spartoy. I think I may keep the same team here. Although... yeah, I've got Bramble, who will cleanse. Hather to make it so I don't get any ailments, which is going to help with the blind factor from Head of Fairies. And also the ailments from Domiventus. Yeah, let's keep the same team. I'm going to start off with the 3 greens on the bottom right before that 1 green tile gets stuck out there in no man's land. Let's match these 3 blues horizontally on the right so that we can create that cascade of yellows. Give me some other tiles, please. Let's match these 3 yellows so that we can match some reds next turn. Let's match these 3 greens up against Spartoy, maybe? Yeah. I really need to heal. Let's match these 3 greens up against Head of Fairies. That will give me Bramble and Peregrine and Fafnir. And we got a cascade of greens as well that we didn't really need. And the timing with that actually kind of worked out nice with Head of Fairies just having gone off. And we're obviously going to attack the 3 on the left, since Astrid the Reviver is on the left. Fafnir's core is at 54%. Let's use them first. And then I'm going to use Peregrine on the left as well. I really need to try to tile dump, but I don't have any great cascading options still. Let's match the 3 blues up the middle against Head of Fairies. Alright, we got some reds. That will work. Let's match the 3 reds on the bottom first. And then I'm going to match the 3 reds on the top left area. Really hoping Marjan doesn't hit Hathor. Thank you. And actually, is this instant mana going to happen next turn anyway? Yeah. So let's not match those 3 reds. Let's match the 3 greens here. That was a lot of damage to Head of Furies just now, although she's going to heal. Oh, don't kill Hathor, please. How did that do, like, no damage? I mean, I'll take it. Alright, let's use Hathor first, and then that's going to give me Cerys as well. We're going to use Cerys on Astrid. Currently, he is blinded right now by minus 45%. That's not ideal. Do I want to wait to use him? Yes, I do. Let's hit this blue dragon, match the greens next turn. Or we could get a cascade of greens. Don't set off Astrid, thank you. It's going to work out great. I can cleanse and heal with Bramble. Let's hit these 3 on the left with Fafnir. Their core is at 0% right now, so the Arctic core is not going to do much damage, but that's okay. Let's use Cerys on Astrid. And let's use Peregrine on the 3 on the left. Cool. Let's match these 4 red tiles now. That was quite a cascade, and we're going to get some more reds on the right. Awesome. That's going to give me Hathor. Head of Furies is dead. Let's use our red dragon. And then I'm going to use Hathor, which should give me Cerys again. This is one of the big reasons I love Hathor, is because of that instant mana boost. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that much, but it always works out where somebody gets their special. Let's use Cerys on Domi Ventus. And Domi and Astrid are dead. Let's now match these 4 blues. Nice cascade of reds. I could have matched the red, but I was going to match the ones with the top next turn anyway. Now let's use Hathor, which should give me Cerys again. Might be just short, yeah. Thought it might have been just short. Alright, now let's see. When do I get the instant mana? 1 more turn, okay. Let's just hit this blue dragon then. No need to match reds since I don't need to. And almost everybody's got their special. Let's use Fafnir first for the extra damage. And then let's use Peregrine. And then let's use Cerys. And if we need to use these red tiles, but we don't, we are 2 for 2 so far today. Next up, we are going to have a Dueler Fuller tank team. Alright, they've also got Li Q, Sung Jiang, Goldrip, and Pip. So I think I'm going to bring in some yellows here. I also do want some sort of Dispeller for the Firestorm Ward. And I'm going to switch up the team a little bit here. Let's see what we have for yellows. I do have Satin Pimenter that I can use here, which I probably will. Yeah, let's bring in Satin Pimenter. And then I'm going to bring in... Who else do they have for hitters? Let's bring in Zhuge Liang. And then I'm also going to bring in maybe Rosalind. Yeah, let's bring in Rosalind because of the safely cleansing Mega Minion. So I've got Hathor to block ailments, which I want because of the bleed damage from Goldrip, the bleed damage from Pip, the silence from Sung Jiang, and then also the Molten Core from Dueler Fuller. So there's a lot of ailments that they've got. So I've got Hathor as an ailment blocker. If she's able to get off in her 7 tiles, then Rosalind with that safely cleansing Mega Minion, which she will activate in 8 tiles. Let's make sure we get the right troops over here. All right, let's go into battle, see how this third flag here goes. Nice board for reds. Let's see if we can get a set of 4 reds since Hathor activates in 7. Don't see anything obvious. I think I'm going to start off with the blues and reds on the top right. Or maybe I'll match the 3 reds up against Pip instead. Yeah, let's do that. Let's match the 3 reds up against Dueler Fuller and see if we can get a red somewhere in the middle and the bottom there. Not the first time, not the second time. Not again. All right. Let's match the 3 yellows up against Dueler Fuller. Nice cascade of reds. Unfortunately, it's going to be casting Hathor after Dueler Fuller goes off, which is unfortunate. I am going to wait to use Sarah since nobody's mana is at 50% or more. Let's match the 3 blues up the middle here. Still nobody's mana above 50%. Let's match the 3 yellows here. Still nobody's mana. Actually, we've got Pip. I'm going to wait a turn and use it on Dueler Fuller, though. Or the way Ceres' special works, if the target had more than 50% mana before receiving damage, targets another enemy who had over 50% mana before receiving any damage from the special skill. So they have to continue to have more than 50% mana. So I think I want to wait one more turn so that we can get the max amount of damage. But I don't want to set anybody off. It's going to be a little bit of a waste of mana or tiles, but I think I want to match the reds and yellows on the bottom left. Yeah, let's do that. Don't set off Song Jiang. Oof, that was close. All right, now let's use Saros first. Actually, no, let's use Satin Pimenter. I need Satin Pimenter because I need to get rid of the ailment immunity. Let's first heal with Rosalind. Then let's use Satin Pimenter. And it's good that I didn't use Saros before anyway. I forgot that Dueler Fuller gave the ailment immunity. Let's put Satin Pimenter on these 3 since they've got the ailment immunity. Now let's use Zhuge Liang. I'm going to use Ceres on Song Jiang. This should hit mostly everybody, if not everybody. I hit everybody except Li Q with the silence. Now let's use Hathor, my red dragon. And everybody's silenced anyway, except Li Q. Let's match the 3 reds. Actually, let's match the 3 blues, setting off the cascade of reds and greens. Perfect. Pip is dead. Let's match the 3 reds again. That should give me Hathor, and not enough for Ceres right now, but Ceres is going to get his full mana in just a second when Hathor goes off. And we're going to use Ceres on Li Q, and this should hit everybody and refresh their silence. Perfect. Now we just need to match some tiles. Nice cascade of yellows. That should kill Li Q. Awesome. Just Gold Drip left, and he is dead from the curse damage. We are 3 for 3 now. That team worked out very nice. Next up, we've got a Glass Elkinen tank team. They've also got Glass Domiventus, or rather Glass Domitia. They've got Domiventus on the other wing. They've got Toon, Vivica, and Glass Richard. So I definitely want to take out my counterattack hero with Zhuge Liang, and they don't really have any buffs, so Satin Pimenter has less of a factor than Rosalind isn't going to help as much since Domiventus is really the only ailment giver. Richard has a small ailment that he gives. And yeah, let's get rid of these 3 yellows. I think I'm going to bring in another red, though, since they have a green tank. Let's bring in maybe just Gestalt or another, some sort of hard hitter. Counterattack's not going to help me, obviously. Naeem is not going to help because of the counterattack. Maybe I'll bring in my red Ascension Mimic. I mean, any kind of ailment doesn't really help. He deals 380% to 3 at average speed. Yeah, let's bring in him. And then I'm going to bring in a couple dark heroes. Let's bring in Dwarfler for another healer. And then I'm going to bring in Mortowitch Baby. Actually, you know what? No, let's go bring in some greens. Because I want to bring in Grovert. And probably Fungustine. Yeah, let's go into battle with this. Alright, I like it. Pretty decent starting board here. I'm going to start off with the 3 yellows in the middle, top leftish. It's going to set a cascade of greens and then reds right after that. Now, let's match the 3 reds up against Elkinen this way. Now let's match these 3 reds and purples here. That's going to give me all 3 of my red specials. It's going to set off Elkinen, but that's okay. He's almost dead. And Hather did not get her special because of a negative mana ailment. Alright. I am gonna wait one more turn for some extra mana for everybody. Let's match these 3 purples up against Elkinen. And then I'm gonna use Ceres on Domitia. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want the Domitia to try to get less health. So I'm going to use the Ascension Mimic on the 3 on the left and see if we can maybe kill him and Elkinen. Or her and Elkinen, rather. Because that's going to give him some extra mana. Alright, well, at least Elkinen died. Now let's match these 3 reds, which will finally give me Hather and kill Domitia. Perfect. Looks like it's going to set off Vivica. Not quite, actually. Alright, let's use Hather now. Gonna use my red dragon. And Vivica's gonna go off anyway, so we might as well do a little bit of tile dumping with this blue diamond. That's gonna set off at least 1 cascade with the yellows and greens. Perfect. Give me some more reds. I am going to match these purples on the left here to move up the red tile. Let's match these 3 reds here. Both Richard and Domi Ventus are about to go off, but that is okay. Nice Master Evade by my Ascension Mimic. And my Ailment Immunity obviously prevented anything from Domi Ventus. Perfect. Now, I haven't got my green specials off yet at all. I'd rather try and kill Vivica first if we can. That way we don't have to deal with the excessive healing. Let's match these greens so that I can finally get my green specials. We're going to put that Mega Fiend on Toon Vivica. Activate Fungustine. Match these 3 reds over here so I can get Hather and Ceres. Nice cascade of greens. Did not need the other stuff. Let's use Ceres on Vivica. And let's use Hather. Gonna match these 3 reds here. Vivica is almost dead. Should die the next turn from the Mega Fiend. Let's match these yellows over here. Didn't really have any other safe matches without setting off Richard or Vivica. And Vivica is dead. Let's ghost these green tiles. Alright, let's give Richard a Mega Fiend. Heal with Fungustine. And do some tile dumping over on the left over here. And we're going to get another Mega Fiend. We're going to give that Mega Fiend to Domi Ventus, obviously, this time. And now this battle should be over momentarily. Let's use our Dragon and Red Ascension Mimic. See if we can speed up this battle a little bit. And Domi Ventus is dead. Awesome. We are 4 for 4. 1 flag left. With my last flag, we're going to go up against a Gurik tank team. They've also got Astrid, Sung Jiang, Ceres, and then Sung Erniang, the new War of Three Kingdoms hero. Definitely going to need to mix up my team a little bit here. So let's bring in definitely Daemon. And Daemon makes it so that one enemy cannot cast any status effects at all, whether it be ailments or buffs, and that lasts for 3 turns. Let's also bring in Naeem for some counterattack action, and then I think I might bring in a couple purples, maybe Medea, and another healer. I could bring in Dia-chan, or I could bring in Dueler Flare. Let's bring in Dueler Flare to block the effects, although I'd also like a way to counter the Wither effects from Ceres. So I might bring in Grimsteel for some growth factor. Yeah, let's bring in Grimsteel. He'll add a nice strong heal, and then also probably another blue, maybe Richard. Let's go to our blues here. Definitely going to bring in Grimsteel. And then I've got Richard. Or I could bring in Ixen to wither their effects as well. Yeah, let's bring in Ixen. And let's go into battle with this. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about this. All right, wish I brought some greens, but I did not. I'm going to start off with the 3 reds on the left, I think, before those get separated. Nice Cascade, even though I don't need the greens. We did get some blues, though. Nice. Now, let's match these 3 purple so I can match some more reds. This is going to set off Gurik. But let's match these reds before those get separated. And, of course, Daemon gets a special right after Gurik. So we're going to hold on to Daemon until I can use him before Gurik is about to go off again. Definitely going to need to heal. Let's see if we can get a red on the bottom. Quite a cascade. Unfortunately, it's not really going to... Oh, actually, that set of blues is going to be just short for Grimsteel, and of course, Ceres is about to go off and silence everybody. That's not what I wanted to happen. Should have brought Nautica for the ability to block the silence, or I should have used Daemon on Ceres. That was a poor play by me. Wow. Alright. Well, Sung Jiang is probably going to kill a couple people. At least we've got our red dragon who is not silenced. And Hather's probably going to be dead soon. How many more turns am I silenced for? 2 more turns. Alyssa is about to go off. Not Alyssa. Sunny or Niang is about to go off, which is probably going to kill Hather. Not the cascading I wanted. Definitely a poorly timed cascade, and Kurik is going off again. And Grimsteel's about to die. Alright, well, that battle did not go well. We went 4-1 today. So we are 14-1 on the week. Right now, still in the top 1%. Defense has an A rating now, so definitely has gotten better. We started out with a B rating, so it's been pretty solid all week. 14-1 right now puts us at rank 1,093 so far right now. Let me know how your 5-star air support raid tournament is going, and that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.